Hi family, this is Peaceful Warrior Dojo and welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're enjoying my last videos. I hope you're enjoying to see what I'm posting. I post when I feel to post, so I hope you have a patience if you are waiting for something new, if you are waiting for some new release. It's just the right time. For me, it's always the right time. There is no timeline when or something to be released. It just have to be when I feel. And now I feel again. I feel again time to release some new video, time to talk about something. And as I am processing what to talk about, as I am thinking, as I am channeling, as I am feeling, there are many things. Of course, there are always many things what I would like to say, but I try to not to go too long. I try not to be about too many things. I trying to do my best, as always, in the present moment. Today, I would like to talk about some topics like our destiny, your destiny, our destiny, our lives, our purposes, our choices, what we can do. We all have something what we want in the life. We all have something what also holding us back. There are things what are holding us back and we don't even know why. We're living certain lives and we don't even know why we're living those lives. We are stuck in certain loops and we don't even know we are stuck in those loops. Sometimes we just get too comfortable to live certain life we have that we forgetting that we can change it. We can change it anytime. We can just decide and make a choice. But many times we're living not in the present moment, but we're living somewhere else. That's what most of the people does without realization. They think they are here and now and living the present moment, but many times they are not because they think too much. They think too much about the past or the future. The past and future doesn't exist because it does. Can you prove it to me? Yes, there is something what already happened. What happened 10 seconds ago? What happened hour ago? What happened 1,000 years ago? Yes. And future is unknown, but it's already done. Our past is already done, so basically it's gone. And whatever happened just before this moment is already gone. And you just need to come to the realization it's only now, never, never, ever else. You are only in the past when you are thinking about the past, when you are imagining the past, when you really be reliving your past in your mind, in your feelings, but doesn't exist. Same the future. The future is not yet, and you are creating your future, or maybe it's already created for you. But how come something can be created for you if you don't yet know what is coming? Well, maybe it's based on your patterns. Maybe it's based on how you're living in this moment. What you do right now will determine what will be happening in the next moment or your whole life. Maybe that's how the future is already written for you. Can you change your future? Absolutely. How? Well, you change what you do now. You tap to the energy of now to knowing what you want in the future, and that's how you start to shaping your future and getting done what you want to have done so you accomplish and get what you want. That's how the future will happen. It will happen when you make a choice now. The past is only what you are right now because past happened and what you did in your past, in the present moment, in the present minutes, hours, days, months, years, that's who you are right now, in this moment. And we can change it. There is nothing good or bad about it. There is nothing good and bad about it, what happened in the past. Because you can wipe out your whole past. You can wipe it out right now and just live in the present moment and shift everything and change everything like this. Because you're choosing to do so. You're choosing something different. You are not choosing better. You are not choosing worst. No. You choosing something different. Good and bad exist for the balance, to understand there is a good and bad, there is a black and white, there is a light and darkness. That is the bipolarity of it. But besides that, there is no good and bad, because it's just is. Things are. And only we determining if that's a good or that's a bad. Basically, they are as they are. And if you don't judge anything, if you don't judge if this is good or this is bad, it just is in that moment, because they need to be that way, because it's happening that way. If you want to change what's happening, based what you feel, if it's good or bad, what you feel, you can shift it and change it, right? You can determine, okay, I don't like this, you can change it and you do something else. But there is not good or bad situation about it, because it just is. When you're reliving your past, when you're thinking about your past, when you thinking and imagining and feeling your past, what happened, and you living in that moment over and over and over, well, that's where you stuck in the loop also, because you cannot move forward, you cannot change. Because let's say there was something nice, something good what you have done, and you're reliving that moment, just here, just imagining that, but the moment is not happening. The moment is gone. Maybe you want to relive that moment again, but basically it's not possible for some kind of reasons. But you can create similar situation if you like to be done and do it again, right? You can relive similar situation, maybe not exactly the same, but can be very similar. Maybe you like some location where you like travel, so you can travel there again. Will be not the same, because maybe there is different weather, there will be different people, right? There will be some differences, but can be similar, and you can go to the same location. Basically, similarly relive the situation, whatever you have. But it's a loop also. You can create a new situation, but have to be now, have to be determined now. You can base on your past changing your future. If you start to reliving your past and imagining your past differently, so you can actually change your present. That's also possible. Let's say something happened in your past and you want to be different. Well, you can, yes, you can go through the imagination to that moment, relive it again, feel it, see it, and start to changing it, that you want to have it differently. And then that moment actually, because it happened already there, will changing now in this moment. You see, reliving something what happened, maybe you didn't like it, change it there, shift it there, and we'll jump to this moment with the energy, because everything exists in the same time basically. That's how we can also affect the future. Also, we can change our present moment by reliving and imagining our past, so we can change the life right now. That's also possible. But what about to becoming different version, not better version of yourself? Because many people tell you becoming the better version, but there is no better. It's different. So what about the becoming the becoming different version of yourself. What about that? How to really do that? How to uh, focus on that? Everybody has something what what blocking us. Nobody on this in this world where we live is clear of traumas, blockages, patterns, something what actually not giving us, because then we are basically having and knowing everything and having and living in the paradise, right? But uh, everybody have, let's say, good days and bad days, right? Nobody having just good days, and nobody just having bad days. Everybody is upside down and upside downs daily basis. Morning you wake up is fine, and maybe 5 minutes later it's not fine, right? That's the life. Yes, that's the life. When I talk to my clients, when I talk to my friends, or even talk to myself, and thinking about it and talking about it, choosing something. Let's say you want to have changing your physique, changing your body. Let's say you want to lose weight. Well, for example, how to get there? If you go through the if you go through the advices of, let's say, coaches and trainers, usually they give you the same advice. I'm not saying it's the wrong advice. I coaching and training people for over 20 years. But I see there are patterns, and I see what is behind that. That just going and exercising or keeping, let's say, nutritionally wise food, what you are eating, it's not at all. There have to be more to it. Many people fail, right? You know that very well. Everybody knows that. We experience that. You decide one day you want to look better, you want to be lighter, you want to feel better, you want to, let's say, lose some weight, you want to, let's say, build a six pack, whatever it is. You want to maybe run marathon or whatever it is. And you start doing it, right? You start working towards the goal. Then let's say you hit a wall and you go back to your old version of yourself. It doesn't mean you fail. It was a good experience. You never fail. You are never wrong. Just going through the trials, right? And you have to try something and experience it and fail again and again and again until you figure out how to get to the destination, to the goal. But what really helped me to accomplish my goals in my life, it's a little bit different. It's not just physically doing some things. Yes, that's definitely help. One of the things is what is very important is consistency, right? When you start something because you want to change something in your life, you want to, let's say, looks better physically, you start changing certain habits, right? And as you're changing those habits, because you have to, you can't do the same thing what you do, let's say, right now, because that doesn't bring you towards your destiny, towards your goal, what you have. So you have to shift a little bit the patterns and change what you do on daily basis, changing what you are doing during the day, changing, let's say, how much you exercising, changing how long you exercising, changing what are you eating, changing maybe a little bit calories intake, different habits, right? Have to be shift. But even you do all those things, many times people fail and they go back, right? Well, I find one thing what helped me, what somebody taught me, And when I use that tool, it's totally shift my life because it's so powerful. And let's say you want something in your life. You choose one thing. For now, you choose one thing. That's your goal. Let's say your goal is to lose some weight and be physically fitter and healthier, right? Well, question is, what are you willing to change? What are you willing to give up that you will accomplish that goal? Ask that question. This is the goal what you want to get. This is what you need to give up. They have to work together. You're giving up something to get here. That's how it works. You're giving up something to get something what you want. And you're making a promise to yourself, nobody else. You're making promise to yourself that you will not touch what you give up. Whatever it is, you will not touch it for a certain period of time. So you, when you give up this item, whatever it is, you will get this, whatever you want. That's how you get it. Yes, you can choose a timeline. You can choose 1 month. I'm giving up this for 1 month. So let's say I have a goal what I can accomplish in 1 month. Of course, it have to be reasonable goal, not something what is unreasonable. So you cannot wish to lose 100 pounds in 1 month by regular exercising and nutrition, right? So something reasonable what you want to get. When I doing for myself something, and in the past, when I have done something for myself in the past, I was doing it for 1 year ahead. I decide this is my goal, what I want to accomplish. Let's say I want to be healthy, or I want to be fit, or I want to be rich, whatever it is. Depends how big is the goal, what is the timeline. That's what you're giving the promise that you're giving up something. Longer is the period, better it is, because it's stronger the dedication. You showing up from of the universe, from of the God, or whatever you believe, then you are giving up something for this period of time. You're willing to do that, and you will get what you want, and you will wait for it. You're just giving up something. I have many times in my past, sometimes even in the same time, I choose three things, but I giving up for 1 year. I have three different goals, so I give up three different things in my life. Exchange of energies. And I hold for 1 year, and I accomplish that goal. That's how it works. Because you are determined, and you're giving promise to yourself. If you fail, you're failing yourself. You are not failing anybody else. You're only failing yourself. And it's okay. It's just a lesson. There's nothing wrong about it. Because you just learned the lesson. And there is no failure in it. It's just a lesson. If you don't get there, and if you after, let's say you have a goal for 1 year and come 6 months, and in the 6 months you touch the thing what you give up, you think it's failure? No, it's just a lesson. And you start again and set up again what you want for next year again, and you start again, and you do it over and over and over until you accomplish that. You will be much more stronger, much more determined, because it works. Exchange of energy is very important. A lot of people determined to have goal, yes, they also give up some food. Let's say they wanna be healthier, fitter, lighter, looking better. Yeah, that's work, and they go back. But why they go back? I see the reason is because they didn't give up something and promise to themselves they will not touch it for this period of time. You have to do the promise. You have to do the promise to yourself. That's how you get where you wanna get. That's how you get done in your life what you need to have done. You just keep choosing one by one. You can choose one, two, three, for as many goals you want, but also for each goal something have to be big enough. It cannot be just something like, oh, I just give up this because that's easy to give up. If something is very easy to give up, it's not worthy of that goal, what you want to get. It's not worthy. Trust me. It have to be something what you really like, but is hurting you. Let's say somebody drink the alcohol. Doesn't need to be every day. Can be just 2, 3 times a week. You just like to have a wine, beer, whatever it is, but it's hurting you because you like it. Well, give up. Maybe you like to eat a chocolate. Give up. Maybe you like to eat a pizza. Give up. Change your energy. Something what you really like. When you really giving up something in your life, what you really like, but is hurting you, it doesn't do good to you, and you aiming for some goal, I'm telling you it's gonna work. The action of energy. Work on it.